Hello students, in this video we'll understand one more experiment from Environmental Engineering Laboratory 17 CVL 76, which is acidity test. In the previous video we have understood how to determine the alkalinity of a given water sample. So today in this video let us understand how to check the or determine the acidity of a given water sample. Next, let us just understand what are the apparatus. Same apparatus as that of any whatever apparatus we are using in any titration. Same apparatus we are going to use. 250 ml conical flask, 50 ml burette, 25 ml pipette and 250 ml beaker. Then reagents used: 0.02 normal NaOH, sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is a strong base. Here to determine acidity, we must use base. Then phenolphthalein indicator and methyl orange indicator. 0.1 normal Na2H2O3 sodium thiosulfate and distilled water. Next is the theory behind the experiment or theory. Acidity of water is the ability of water to neutralize a strong base. Acidity of water is significant in many water systems because acidity influences certain chemical and biological processes in water. Acidity of water is due to hydrogen ion, H plus ion in water, or it is particularly called as a proton. So now whatever amount of H plus ions are present in the given water sample will be neutralized with NaOH, and by the amount of NaOH consumed one will know the amount of acidity present in the water sample. Now here whatever given water sample, it has two types of acidity in it. One is methyl orange acidity, second one is phenolphthalein acidity. So let us move towards the procedure. First part, methyl orange acidity. Pipette out 25 ml of given water sample in 250 ml conical flask. Add 1 drop of 0.1 N sodium thiosulfate to remove residual chlorine if present. After that, add 2 to 3 drops of methyl orange indicator. Okay, now very important here. After adding methyl orange indicator, if the sample turns to yellow color, note down the burette reading as 0 ml. If the solution turns to faint pink, then titrate it with 0.02 normal NaOH till the solution turns to faint orange. Okay. Now here, if methyl orange acidity is present in the given water sample, now it might have very less amount of acidity, or it might have more amount of acidity. Now if it has any methyl orange acidity present in it, after adding methyl orange indicator, the solution color, conical flask solution color will change to faint pink color. If that happens, we must titrate it with NaOH and we must note down the burette reading. If after adding methyl orange indicator, the solution, conical flask solution color remains yellow, that means it doesn't have any methyl orange acidity, then its acidity, methyl orange acidity value will be 0. So then the actual end point is faint pink to faint orange. If any methyl orange acidity is present, then it will turn to faint pink first after adding the indicator, then after titration it will turn to faint orange color. Then note down the volume of base used, V1 ml. Part B, phenolphthalein acidity. Pipette out 25 ml of given water sample into 50 ml conical flask. Add 1 drop of 0.1 normal Na2H2O3 to remove residual chlorine if present. See what we did in alkalinity test. To the same 25 ml pipetted sample, after determining the phenolphthalein alkalinity, we have determined its methyl orange alkalinity. Now here during determination of acidity, it is 3 ways. First we are doing methyl orange acidity, then phenolphthalein acidity. But for both the acidity test, that is phenolphthalein and methyl orange, we must pipette out a sample separately. So now after adding sodium thiosulfate, we have to add phenolphthalein indicator. Now first the solution, if the solution turns pink, that means there is no phenolphthalein acidity. Burette reading will be 0. But if there is no color after adding the phenolphthalein indicator to the sample, if the solution remains colorless, then we must titrate it with 0.2 normal NaOH till the solution turns to faint pink. The end point is colorless to faint pink. Note down the volume of base used, V2. Now here procedure we have understood. Let us just witness the experiment, then we'll clearly will understand it. Okay students, we have understood the procedure. Let us witness the experiment. Okay, now let us just observe what all are the chemicals we are going to need. Water sample, of course, then 0.1 normal Na2S2O3 sodium thiosulfate, 0.02 normal NaOH sodium hydroxide, which is titrant, we must fill it in burette, then phenolphthalein indicator, methyl orange indicator, and distilled water. Then apparatus is same as that of any titration, 25 ml of pipette, conical flask, beaker, then 50 ml burette. Now already I have filled the burette with 0.02 normal NaOH solution after rinsing the burette properly. Okay, now for the experiment, let us just first pipette out 25 ml of the given water sample. Any water sample you can take that for that matter. So now after pipetting out 25 ml of this, first before pipetting out you must first rinse all the apparatus with distilled water. First wash it properly, then rinse it properly. Okay, now 25 ml of the water sample I am going to transfer it in conical flask. Now after that I am going to add 1 drop of 0.1 normal Na2S2O3 to remove any residual chlorine present, which will affect the titration otherwise. Now shake it well. Then is our phenolphthalein acidity. Actually we must do the methyl orange acidity part first, but anyways, so you can do any one first and you can note down the burette reading. So phenolphthalein, we are going to now determine phenolphthalein acidity. So after adding phenolphthalein indicator, the color change was colorless, means there was no color change, so that means it has some acidity. So let us just titrate it with the base, so NaOH. So slowly titrate it drop by drop until we are getting a faint pink color or pale pink color. First observed pale pink color which persists after some seconds is our burette reading. As you can see here, it turned to pink color. That means we reached to end of the titration. 3.4 is the burette reading what we observed. Repeat the experiment for 2-3 times to confirm it. Now I'll move towards the methyl orange acidity. For that, once again how to pipette out 25 ml of the same given water sample into a separate conical flask. Then to it I am going to next add is what? Methyl orange indicator. Now I have pipetted out 25 ml of the water sample. Now I'll add 1 drop of sodium thiosulfate. After doing that, shake it well properly. Now I'm going to add methyl orange indicator. Now if it has any acidity, it must turn to pink color. Okay, as you can clearly see here, it doesn't convert it into pink color. I'll show you what is the exact color change we need if the sample is methyl orange acidic. It turned yellow. That means what? It doesn't have any methyl orange acidity, but it has phenolphthalein acidity. As you can see here, it is turning to pink color. It doesn't have any methyl orange acidity. So whatever, it is still yellow. Okay, now I'll just show you. Here I have one acid, sulfuric acid taken in beaker. If the sample is acidic, then after adding methyl orange 1 drop, what is the exact color change we must observe. I'll show you. See, I'm adding 1 drop. See, as you can see here, this color change we are getting if it has any methyl orange acidity, but our experiment doesn't had any experimental sample doesn't had any methyl orange acidity, so it was yellow. So I hope this experiment is clear to you. Thank you. Okay students, so we have observed the we understood the procedure, and then we have observed the experiments too. Then let us just move towards the observations and calculation part. For that, first tabulation, how to represent all the values. So now we have performed the experiment and we got methyl orange acidity and phenolphthalein acidity. Okay, clearly it was visible that methyl orange acidity was 0. That means there the sample did not had any methyl orange acidity. So after adding 1 drop of 1 to 2 drops of methyl orange indicator, it doesn't change its color to faint pink. It was orange or yellowish orange. So that indicated what? The burette reading was 0. So methyl, first part, as you can see here, first part, water serial number A, water supplied in lab, methyl orange indicator used, then initial burette reading, final and difference was 0. So V1 value is 0 ml here. Okay. Now next whatever we have performed was phenolphthalein acidity. So it had some value 3.4 ml was the burette reading. So V2 was found to be 3.4 ml. That means whatever sample we have analyzed had very less acidity, which had burette reading 3.4 ml. Now here in this experiment, now what was total alkalinity in the previous experiment? Methyl orange plus phenolphthalein alkalinity was total alkalinity, but here only phenolphthalein alkalinity value is total alkalinity, acidity. Only methyl orange acidity was found to be 0. Now let us observe the formula. V1 into N into 50 into 1000 divided by ml of sample used. Ml of sample used was 25 ml. V1 was nothing but the burette reading. Then N is nothing but the molarity of the titrant. So 0 into 0.02 into 50 is conversion factor into 1000 divided by 25 will give us 0.0 ml. So methyl orange acidity is 0. Then phenolphthalein acidity, it is also called as total acidity. Same formula, but V2 value was 3.4. After substitution, we will get 136 milligrams per liter. Now 136 milligrams per liter is the total acidity or acidity of the given sample. Now result, methyl orange acidity 0. Phenolphthalein acidity or total acidity 136 milligrams per liter. So I hope you understood the experiment. Thank you.